Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Happy Tuesday after Easter. How are you all doing? This is Vurt. Hello, Vurt again.
Hello.
I need to do this, change some window stuff. Actually, why? I don't need to play music. That can go away. And why is it not showing the video game? Maybe I have to focus it. There we go. We're doing more Starfox. Last time we played, we made it to the Cloudrunner Fortress, which is basically the second dungeon type thing. To get another Spellstone MacGuffin. So we're about like halfway through the game. Theoretically, or like just under halfway.
I'll fly ahead and check if it's safe. Meet me inside.
Oh, this fancy lady.
Yeah, the fancy lady that isn't racist. Talon, hello. Andrew, Duck, Ford, Sveda, hello. Welcome in, everyone. How y'all doing?
Working. I'm good.
Yeah. So I need to assign that as usual. Or actually, no, I think this one might be better for combat. Alright, so there's also some stuff that I've shifted around since the last time we played Starfox, and I'm hoping that it means performance will be a little bit better.
Oh, yeah.
Because they basically did Mirror's Edge last week, and there were problems early on. It was like my memory, I think, or my CPU was using too much of that. So hopefully the fixes that I applied for Mirror's Edge will, in turn, fix any lag issues in this as well.
Pretty smooth.
Yeah, it seems okay so far.
Is there a chess piece floating down the river? Yeah,
I think it's like a turtle.
Oh. It looks like a... What's the chess piece that goes straight up and down?
I want to say
left and right. Looks like one of those. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say too. We know it's a turtle anyway, so...
Managing it has been surreal lately. OBS has been very funny lately. But I also need to get more RAM for my computer. Because it turns out 16 gigabytes of RAM is not enough anymore.
Oh my god, right?
Which I never thought that would be the day.
Now.
Yeah. So I need to save up some of my money and get like 2 16 gigabyte sticks or something. Wow, that was clenched. Did you see that? That was like only like a second left. You cannot fuck up with that. What the hell? That's where I finally went up to at least 32 recently. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of going for.
Yeah. Safer bet.
So, I actually funny enough, had a comment on one of the YouTube VODs for this. When it was in one of the first videos, I think, and we were talking about the development history of this game. It was my impression at the time that for this game, Nintendo saw what Rareware were working on and were like, oh, let's turn this into a Starfox game instead. And apparently that's not the case. I mean, it's similar to the case, but what was another thing that's part of it that someone said in this YouTube comment was they were working on Dinosaur Planet, and apparently Nintendo was working on a Starfox game that was similar as well. So they basically merged the two things together. So it wasn't a case of them just being like, oh, just slap Starfox into it. It was a little bit more thought out than that.
That's different to what I've been. Oh well, no, actually, I think that lines up still with the stuff that I was reading into about it, which was, and I find this very funny. Do you know a character called Timber? Nintendo character?
Yes, he's in Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah. So he's the tiger.
Yeah.
And initially, Diddy Kong Racing wasn't gonna be Diddy Kong Racing. It was gonna be Timber. Like Timber was gonna be the protagonist of that game, and the game was going to like be the way to introduce Timber to the world.
Yeah.
So it was gonna be Timber's game, and then they were like, "No, Timber. This is Diddy Kong's game now." And Timber was like, all right, maybe later. And they're like, yeah, you'll get your chance, Timber, don't worry about it. So a few years later, they were like, hey, Timber, we're developing a dinosaur game. Do you want to be the protagonist of a fancy new dinosaur game? And he was like, hell yeah. And then they were like, no, we're going to make it Starfox. And so Timber went back into his box. Yeah, poor Timber. Because I'd seen Timber. I didn't know that Timber even had a name. I was like, oh, he's just one of the sort of polyfill characters that he's an extra basically in Diddy Kong Racing is sort of has been my perception.
That's that with that information. Although no, there's still one with that information because like I always thought like a lot of the characters in Diddy Kong Racing were just like you said, like fill characters. Because there's Pipsy the mouse as well. Pipsy's like the only other one that I can think of. Oh no, Drumstick.
Oh, do you know the names? That's so cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of the badger. I can't remember his name. But so there are like some characters that are like that, but then some of them ended up, I guess, not being in that sense. Conker, Banjo, you know, they ended up having games, and I guess I didn't know Timber was gonna have one.
Yeah.
I know it was the fox that set you free.
Those general scales.
I do not know what you're talking about.
What do they do?
You will tell me. Where can I
burping
find
around.
the fox?
Fox.
He will find you, and he
The way
will
he says that.
destroy you.
Oh no.
Hey.
It's over, Scales. Leave the queen alone.
Eyebrows is here.
Enough. Take her away. The famous Fox McCloud. How nice of you to pay us a visit. Why don't I show you some of our
Wood.
hospitality?
Yeah. It's just like it's a handsome boy argument now.
Yeah.
Good for this.
Looks better than the Argonians in Oblivion Remastered.
My staff.
I thought the cut program Dinosaur Planet was named Saber. I don't know.
Yes. Yes, so it was. There was a few protagonists that were cut. So there was a merging that happened more than once. Because it was going to be Timber, and then it was I think there was a competing idea which was Saber and Crystal, and Saber was the male fox and Crystal was the female, and then it was Star Fox and Crystal. But
Come back when you need.
one interesting thing that I've kind of felt from the start of this is that I don't know how to phrase this. Do you feel like there are two storylines, the Krazoa spirit and the Spellstone plots,
Yeah.
and they're kind of disconnected from each other? Like they don't really
are
touch.
very disconnected, yeah.
And how about the fact that like you've got this new companion now, and I can't remember her name. I'm sorry, but this bird, pterodactyl. And you can't have her in the same room as Tricky. Tricky wanders off as soon as she rocks up, but it seems like Tricky could have been kidnapped, and they could very easily have just had the one character, but for some reason we've got this new character in here, and they never interact with each other. The thing that I found really weird at the start was that you play as Crystal, like, for a level, and then you never play as her again. That seems like an incredibly wasteful mechanic. And it turns out that the way this game was initially designed was that you would be switching back and forth between two different characters, and
Yeah.
the levels that you go into, you know how you're doubling back a lot? You know how you double back a lot with these levels. You'll do something for the Krazoa spirit, then you'll go back to the exact same place, and it seems like nothing's changed, but now you're interacting with slightly different parts of the same level to do the spellstone, and it's like, couldn't we do this at the same time? Why is the gameplay sort of repeating itself as opposed to being a larger experience once? And it's because the original sort of game design intention was that there would be two different characters, and you would come into the world as one character, and then later on as a different character you would come back to that same place with a different idea, and the two characters would be working on their own little missions but not interacting with each other, like not knowing what the other one is up to. So you'd be kind of seeing these two stories develop at the same time. I found that fascinating, and like so much stuff makes more sense in that context.
What? I've been studying the mission and think this will help you. What? Yeah, I think that was something that, like, we mentioned briefly in the last stream, was like, wouldn't this have been better if you switched back and forth between Fox and Crystal?
And yeah, that was very core, apparently.
Yeah.
Before it got... I think it got switched over when the IP became Starfox. Ooh. Here for this.
You take over. Keep eye on prisoner. Me go for break.
Oh, this is cool.
I think this is like the only use for it, though.
Oh. What a novel mechanic.
Oh, I think you use it to open some doors as well. Funnily enough, it's something similar to Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank.
I'm amazed this is just one generation beyond the Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
Like, this is so good for, like, one step beyond perfect. Like, Perfect Dark is sort of like one of the more complex 64 games that I'd like compare it to, and like, there's so much more going on here. Cool.
To find the spellstone, you must first activate the wind lifts. This is the key to the power chamber. The power
What, did he just hover when he did that?
Yes, I was going to say, why is he floating?
If you restart the generator.
Here's a denim lightning bolt.
Yeah. This is the power room key.
Put your legs in that, boy, or... You dare.
Look at him go. Isn't he the best boy?
Yeah.
Oh, it's because
He
he hurt
wobbled.
his arm.
Oh, moving like a duck.
Hurry! There's no time to waste. Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so the Scottish stone character.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
That moves you between worlds, right? He teleports you between worlds. He was I think they called him a swap stone. And
Something like that?
his purpose initially was to switch between characters.
Ah.
So you go to him and then you switch into the Crystal character, and vice versa.
Where's he going now? Where are you off to? I can't. Oh, okay. So it's a little bit weird because, like, in the prison, this bit here, I'm hoping that there's going to be something special in one of these boxes, because there was this room here. I like pulled the block out, put it in the right place, climbed on top of it to get into the other room, and there was only a box in there. So if you come back all this way, okay, you at least get a bath on Dad if you need it. Okay. I was gonna say, if it's just like another fruit pickup, like that would be such a, and that's like the against everything Rareware, you know.
Hmm. Hmm.
Come back when you need me.
The camera angles in this area are pretty nicely set up.
Yeah.
I say as it clips through a wall, but like for a confined space. Hey, buddy.
This music is very Rayman 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm always fascinated by... I wish there were more... Oh, okay, whatever. I wish there were more studios that did, like, post-mortems when a game comes out. You know, just because it's a thing that's been a long time in game design, is holding on to your secrets, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not showing all the stuff like
How it was made.
Exactly, yeah. And it's like, it's such a valuable thing to know for anyone wanting to do something similar, or to do... I feel like it's just in general with, like, a lot of industries, you know. But with game design, there's this weird attitude of, like, no, we have to hold on to everything. It's our secrets. No one can know.
I've had that same thought this week, that it's odd that things are so, like the production details are so hidden. I guess like even in film production, like you hear about like a movie will be in post-production and they'll go back and do reshoots. I suppose even then you don't necessarily understand the motivations because it might be hidden. I guess because maybe it would generate controversy. Like you can imagine with this, like if the development cycle was open about something and a change that was made wasn't a successful change, then, you know, gamers being gamers, there'd be all this criticism heaped on the group that would then stick around for the next game. But that being said, like, I mean, especially now, like years and years later, it would be nice if there was some sort of organized embargo, if there's going to be an embargo on information, like make it like, you know, in 10 years time or in 5 years time, you can start doing your retrospectives and making them public. And because there is some fascinating, like I was watching a retro on this, and I looked up a retro on this but ended up just watching one on Starfox as an IP in general, like the early days of it, and it was talking about the development of the 3D chip on the SNES and the guys who, like, as a bunch of, I think, like literally as a bunch of teenagers between the ages of like 17 and 19, working in a friend's garage somewhere in the UK, they were working on the chip basically, as well as like trying to figure out how to do some 3D mechanics stuff back when it just wasn't done. And they got invited to Japan, and they took just, I don't know, it's just a,
That's crazy.
I should find the video to link, but it's just a fascinating like thing of like, this is Japan in like the late 80s, so a very different Japan to now. This is a group of teenagers working out of their garage going to Nintendo, which was like a corporate park. The US had their video game crash, so no one was playing video games over there. But in the UK, they were insulated from that. And in Japan, like Japan and the UK weren't really aware of that that sort of dark age that was happening in the US. So it was just sort of like this weird time. Like one of the guys talks about working with Miyamoto, and he says like, Miyamoto, I knew that he made Mario, but I knew who Mario was because I was really into video games, so I'd heard of most of these characters. Miyamoto was just another guy to me, which was really useful because it meant that we could all sort of work together as collaborators, rather than there being this sort of sense of, you know, wonder and awe around some people and not around others. It meant that we could all work as equals on things.
Yeah.
That was really useful. And it's only in hindsight that I realized who I was working with, and oh my god, how intimidating that would have been to know. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, this is the thing as well. Like, Miyamoto is like, I was talking about this the other day, but like, I appreciate him for like all that he's done for a lot of the game industry, but he's also a little bit. A lot of his design philosophy stuff now is a bit outdated.
Yeah.
He is very much someone that doesn't like to have story in video games, and so that's like the common problem a lot of people have with modern Nintendo games. Is it's like, oh, this is a Zelda game, which means it's going to be about the princess being kidnapped and you have to save her. This is a Pikmin game, which means it's going to be about crash landing on a planet and you have to get off the planet. So he is a little bit responsible for that not changing at Nintendo right now. But yeah, at the time, he was revolutionary for like this era and like before this era as well.
I think it's the curse of, for lack of a better term, Mavericks in general. When you're really like set in a bunch of ways, and being set in those ways results in a lot of success, you end up that positively reinforces being set in your ways.
Yeah.
And then, like, as you get older, you should be innovating and you should be changing, you should be evolving. But if a lot of your success comes from really pressing an issue that other people don't want pressed, then you continue to press it when it's no longer useful. It's, yeah, not surprising.
I genuinely have no clue what I'm supposed to be doing right now.
Yeah, I was just wondering if maybe you should stay as the lizard forever, and maybe that's a good strat.
Yeah.
Because he's cute. I like that he's like slightly small. Like they've given him a different model to
He's
the
got his backpack as
NPCs. Yeah, look at his tail go.
Oh, there's a thing in there. Okay.
Got like a little dipstick tail. Just flops behind him. It's like it hasn't been inflated properly. It's great. Yeah.
But yeah, retrospectives I think are just more needed in the industry for sure. That's not the way to go either. What the fuck do I do?
Well, good literature review. Sorry, go on. Yeah.
No, you could
Slippy here. Got
check that
yourself
raised
stuck
middle
again?
section. Maybe there's something on there that will show where the power crystals are placed. That bit?
Yeah, I think so.
I love how they had to make that a hint because they knew specifically people. Like, what the fuck is? How are you supposed to know that? What the fuck?
Go to that pillar, and an A button will appear.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about the You were saying before, like you'd been sort of thinking about speedrunning this, but playing through it again, you're sort of like not quite sure. Is a big part of that the actual mechanics of the game, like?
Well, because I was hoping that this game would be breakable in a very big way. I looked it up, because I was playing Mirror's Edge, and as I was playing Mirror's Edge, I was thinking, you know what, actually this might be a great game to like learn how to speedrun. And so I watched some videos about it, and immediately I was put off with that because like the current world record pace is like fucking weird shit, like running along the walls and then doing a jump kick to reset your jump and then jumping across to another build. Like it's like insane. Yeah. And it's like the trick is like a 1-frame trick, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
In that same breath, I also looked up Starfox Adventures, and apparently Starfox Adventures is basically just like you basically just play the game but quick. Like that is it.
Interesting. Interesting.
And there is like a glitch that I didn't look into that much. That involves like. I think there's like a bit where you're driving around on the jet bike or the whatever it's called, and you can do some sort of weird like out of bounds trick, and then like carry it across to the save file or something. So there's like one specific glitch basically in a version of Starfox that enables you to like complete the game within under an hour. But aside from that, all the other speedruns I saw were like 4 hours long, maybe, I think.
Yeah.
And that to me implies that it's basically just play the game but super quick, which
Yeah.
could work, I guess. But I don't know whether, yeah, I don't know. I'm humming and hawing about it.
Like it's effectively a glitch-free speedrun.
Yeah, and I thought that maybe this would be like a fun game with like lots of glitches, but
There's just on the topic of like glitches and stuff. I guess some games have more glitches than others, but also some like genres or eras of games have more glitches than others. There's a YouTube channel that Miyawu put me onto called One Short Eye, which is entirely like, well, pretty much entirely Sierra glitch speedrun sort of histories, where the guy like talks through the entire history of the speedrunning of I don't know, Monkey Island 2. And they're good because they're long. Like,
is it H Bomber guy?
I don't know who that is, sorry.
Okay, never mind then.
He's I think he's called One Short Eye because one of his eyes, I don't know whether lazy's the right term, doesn't move the same as the rest of them. I think I think it's a play on that. If that helps with the identification, but it's great because he interviews like lots of speedrunners. Like he's obviously like he gets along well with like the whole community, and there's, I think like the Sierra speedrun community is probably about 10 or 20 highly dedicated people. So you sort of get this picture as you watch a few of the videos of like who the people are and what they're like, which is kind of nice and interesting. But those games are glitchy as hell. Like there's which makes sense, right? You know, they're programmed by 10 or 20 people. But it's interesting, like going really far down one specific rabbit hole. And I guess Sierra's as good a one as any. But but because I've listened to it for so long or watched it for so long, I've come to expect that the number of glitches in those games would be reflected in other games as well. So hearing that Starfox has effectively won, it's like, oh well, surely just need to give it a few more years of speedrunning and you'll find the 3 dozen others that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, why is this room evil? Like, what? I'm baffled from a gameplay design perspective as to why this room has evil air, I guess. Because, like, it's basically
evil
you
because
just...
of the music?
Well, no, but, like, it's basically just a room you go in to put the things you find. And there's no... Why is there a gameplay mechanic of oxygen meter? Just from a gameplay design, I'm just like, what? That serves, like, there's no point in that. Sorry, it's just like a bit random.
I mean, it could be a vestigial. I wonder if there was a mechanic that they took out.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so I have put one power crystal in there now. I now re-understand what Ford was saying when he said this was about as far as I got in the game before I turned it off and never went back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Radiation from the generator, I guess. I mean, that's a story reason, but gameplay,
not a
just like
game mechanic reason.
Yeah. Hi, Rye. Hi, Rick McLeod. How you doing? Hi, Zafeel. Sorry, Zafeel, you've been here for a bit. I just don't think I said hello. Wait, so did every one of those? Maybe each one of those plinths had a button to press. Yeah, I think they did.
In the central area?
Yeah, I think it wasn't just the center pillar. I think it was like all of them.
Oh, far out. What a silly...
It's like get to the gate in time thing. Yeah, okay.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's so silly.
Problem is...
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's okay.
Which way are we going?
I keep hitting things. Problem on the cutscenes which were unskippable. Yeah. I think a lot of the getting this game done fast is just like damage, just taking the damage, because like damage is nothing in this game.
I have noticed that. Like, you'll fall in the lava and the lava like singes you and you walk through the lava and climb out of the lava and then you're good.
Yep. The Tiberium Crystallium Refracting Generator can create astounding amount of clean power, but maintenance is difficult since it must be kept running constantly to bring it close to... That could be it, yeah.
Hand waving.
Strategic deaths are a thing, yeah. Like Banjo-Kazooie, you can definitely like take damage to get your way through somewhere. But you remember when we played that for the streamathon, like you definitely still have to make sure you're topped up on health a lot of the time. But this game you just kind of like, take damage, whatever. There's like another puck fruit around the corner. Dumbledang pod. Wait, so that turned off the red one, though? So that's...
Yeah. The way it zaps you, I don't know, it's like... you see that sort of cliche of like the... I don't know, the cantankerous mother in... trying to think of like a good example. Is it Kung Fu Hustle? There's the lady with the shoe who just hits people. It just reminds, like, it just seems like a cantankerous family member hitting you with a shoe as you walk past the living room, and it's like, oh, piss off.
Like abuela with like her slipper. Like.
Yeah.
This is a light gem.
Space suppository.
And I'm gonna take damage. Oh, no, okay.
Damage is just tax in this game. You just pay tax on every transaction.
Yeah, I guess I'm just like... I think Starfox Adventures was like a game that I was like, oh yeah, that game would probably like be easy to break game and fun for speedrun. But I guess I was wrong. Which means there is a strong possibility that my search for a fun game to speedrun continues. And Mirror's Edge I thought would be that fun game if it was just a case of just play the game good. But it seems to be a case of, nope, you gotta like do endless frame one perfect tricks. And also this room is no longer evil, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, the fan.
The fan got rid of the evil gas.
The fan must have blown the... Yeah, because there's a vent there.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, it didn't slow you down, though. That's the weird thing, is like, yes, there was gas, but given that it doesn't slow you down...
Yeah.
Why have it be? I guess it was just for flavor?
I guess for flavor, yeah. It's meant to be a stinky room. As to what game, I don't know. I always enjoyed Rayman 2.
You have done well, Fox. My name is Gradebug, Cloudrunner's chief engineer.
That's a name.
The Queen has been imprisoned within her own royal chamber as an example to the rest of the tribe. Only she can help you find the spellstone. The wind lifts will lead you to the sky dock.
Oh, okay. And then he just... And now he's squealing at me like a pig. Okay.
Weird.
The wind lifts will guide you to the docks. Oink. Rayman 2 was so good, I'd love to watch you play it. I did play it, actually, a while ago. Like, over 2 years ago, I think, now. Yeah, we played through Rayman 2, and I really enjoyed replaying through it. And then we started Rayman 3, and I was like, man, this game sucks. It was such a shame because I remember loving Rayman 3 growing up, but then when I was playing it, I was like, oh wow, this game just doesn't want you to play it. They try to be cheeky and like do the whole like, oh, the characters breaking the fourth wall. But I think it got to a point where like I was in a room where I had to like shoot a rocket at different targets to like open a door. And the partner character that was following me around was just like, come on, hurry up, do it. And I was like doing the thing. It's like scripted dialogue, but like they were just like were insulting me, and I was just like, man, I just don't want to play this.
It must be so hard to get that companion character right. Like my message tone back when phones needed to have message tones. I had the hey listen from Zelda as my tone, just because it was just such an annoying sound. I was like, yeah, that'll do. But like it wasn't designed to be annoying. They knew it was going to play hundreds and hundreds of times, and they would have gone through so much testing and optimization and, you know, redoing stuff to try to make it not sound annoying, but still sounds annoying. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, Rayman 3 was very much just like tongue-in-cheek, like kind of, we're gonna be cheeky towards the player, you know.
Yeah,
but it just came off as just like fucking annoying. Rabbids before Rabbids, yeah. Basically, it was like the last, and well, they made Rayman Origins and Legends, which were good, but it was the last like 3D Rayman game.
have you played Perfect Dark? Did you ever play that?
I have. I've got it on the N64, and I have played on the Switch version. It is actually like really good for the time because it has. I think at that point Rareware realized that the N64 was dog shit when it came to playing a first-person game. So they had auto aiming and stuff like that to like, you know, at least make sure you had a good chance of killing the enemies.
Yeah.
I can't remember how far I got though. I remember getting to like. It was like a tropical island level, and you had to like infiltrate like a base.
A casita.
Yeah, that's about as far as I got, I think.
I don't think that's that far in.
No, that was like the second
level. Yeah, there's aliens in it. And...
What?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
It gets real weird.
I thought it was just like I thought it was basically just James Bond, but a little bit futuristic.
Yeah. No, I remember. I don't think that I finished it either. Like, I was terrible at games as a kid. I'm still probably terrible at games now. But I remember. Yeah, I remember that you needed the expansion pack. Which I guess had extra RAM in it. I can't remember what it had
basically,
in it.
yeah.
Yeah. If you didn't have that, you could only play a couple of the multiplayer levels, and that was sort of it. But someone down there. Oh, yeah. I see. But yeah, it was very like pushing what the. You know how like at the end of any console's life, you see games that push the hardware. Well, you used to anyway.
Yeah.
Like I suppose like Starfox for SNES or Lilac Wars. You'd see sort of like games that do things that they shouldn't be able to do, and I always sort of thought of. I don't know whether this is true actually. This is just what I thought at the time, was that Perfect Dark was very much that game for the 64. Like it really sort of did stuff that you wouldn't expect it to be able to do. I think there was something cool about multiplayer that, because it was like, in ways it was a spiritual successor to GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Because it was Rare's, big FPS. Yeah, it's been so long though, I suppose is my thinking. I haven't played it in so long.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I remember people loved Perfect Dark. I don't know what I'm doing again.
Yeah, Rick says, I love the fact that DK64 was made by Rare's newer team, and as a result, the only way the game could run without crashing was if you had the expansion pack installed.
Yeah.
That was a chunky game. Remember that? Was there a banana-coloured expansion pack?
I don't think
made
so.
for it?
Because
Or am I
I'm
remembering that wrong?
I'm pretty sure I had the expansion pack from that game,
Seems like you
and
need some help.
mine one's red. It's got the red top to it. All
Mm-hmm,
the clues are around to find where the queen is being kept. You've seen Life Force doors before. That's true. I just didn't see there was a door that unlocked somewhere.
The cartridge was yellow. That's what it was.
Ah, see, that's not the case for the UK one. The UK one's green.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. It's not ripe yet. You just need to put it with a bunch of other DK64 cartridges in a brown paper bag for about a week, and it'll turn green.
Yeah. I
That's
don't know what
a
I'm supposed to do with this.
Banana ripening joke.
Oh.
For all you banana farmers out there.
Okay, I guess it goes there, and then I go up here.
I love this dino.
He is very cute. He has special feet switches for him.
He has special feet.
Yeah. Whoops.
I have special eyes. Walk with your special feet.
Now the problem is that they've given me this barrel to carry, but well, I guess that's what I'm supposed to use it on. It's usually whenever you pick up explosives in a video game, you at least know where you're taking them when it's.
Yeah, like you've already seen the obstruction.
Yeah.
Before you.
Oh. Okay.
Whee. Someone really needs to sweep this place. Leaves everywhere. Hello, Daddy. Hello, other Daddy. Oh, they're just hanging out.
I think we might. Oh no.
Can you interact with them in any fun way? Just to sort of.
No.
Oh,
I don't think so.
be great if you could dance with them or something. I don't know.
No.
Ah, bogus. Give
The
him a hug
ladder
or
got
something.
Down over there. Is this your first playthrough? No, I played through this game a lot when I was a teenager. It's just been a long time since I've done a full playthrough. I would stream my actual GameCube copy if I had a retro tank or something similar. But unfortunately they are expensive and I cannot afford one.
Fox! The floor of this cage seems unstable. See if you can find a way of breaking it.
I love her regal librarian voice.
Yeah.
You there.
There's one particular dino who appears later who is my favorite in this game.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't know if I remember. It might be... Is it the one in the tower? Like the tower that like is weirdly like the Eye of Sauron or whatever?
I've loved all of them so far, so I'm very excited to hear about this. There's a stego. There's... Is there a
I wasn't
T-Rex
paying
we haven't
attention.
seen?
What do I do?
Story of my life.
I think I need to open that door.
If there's more that I can do to help with the gameplay, I'm very much just sort of like Kazooie. I'm just like sitting on your back basically the whole time.
No, the Switch did something, but I wasn't paying attention. I'm pretty sure you have to like befriend the birds.
Just a good idea generally, I think.
No, not that. That door's not open down there. Yeah, I should probably pay attention when I do things. Maybe Slippy will.
Another piece of advice I don't follow.
Slippy here. Got yourself stuck again.
No.
Sleepy here.
Oh, there's another switch over there.
Oh, up above you. There's a bunch of
Yeah, that's where
things
you have to
pull down.
befriend the birds. If you befriend the bird dinosaurs,
Oh, they sit on there.
they sit on them, yeah. Okay, that's open now, so I think I have to come through here with a bomb.
Oh, you still got your Starfox voice.
Yeah.
Doesn't change your vocal cords, I guess.
Are you all right?
My children. When I was captured, they became scared and are now hiding around the fortress.
Alright, don't cough in my face.
Take this. Use it when you hear them. It's
That was not
called like
necessary.
Yeah.
If
Lad's right in front of you, and it's just like.
The voice actor just coughed, and they're like, "Yeah, just keep it in."
Fox has
I am
acquired bird
so-
flu.
From like, from an outfit design perspective, I am so confused by the sleeves.
Yeah.
She would have to have holes punched in her wings, and I'm sure that's not what's going on.
Yeah, so you just have to help the little. Oh, they have a fear meter. I'm pretty sure they don't take damage. So that's just a fear meter.
Smack that boy. Bleh.
And then you have to play music at it.
Oh.
Oh, did that not?
The, like, duck face on that instrument. It's kind of great.
It's making a pog face. The pog.
Man, I just... If I do make a Starfox fursuit, I need to make that prop specifically.
Yeah. And then just go around cons just going.
Just making, like, the noise with my voice through it.
Yeah. This is one thing I learned about this game. It does tell you what to do, but you can easily miss. Oh fuck! I was. Wait, how did you get up there? Tell you what to do, but you can easily miss things. I missed how you got into the first Spellstone Temple where you have to shoot through the correct colored fire. Yeah. Yeah, no, okay, we did that point in the second stream, last stream. And I was kind of like, the only reason I know how to do this is because I remember getting stuck here for ages.
Yeah. And even as I was looking at it, I remember thinking, like, I would look for something to place in the fire to change its color. I would never think to, like, point light through a color to change the color of it. Like,
Yeah.
it intuitively just didn't track with me. Man,
Weird dance.
kobolds are my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Like, of all things. Like, they're just kind of dumb and very, very busily dumb.
Yeah.
I like that in a character.
It's a good thing that I came through here earlier and knew that this was a way back. Because otherwise I would have panicked at this point.
I would have assumed that route was totally blocked.
Yeah.
Couldn't see a path through it.
Stop punching me. I just love that these birds are just like, nope, I do not trust you, or I won't go where you want until you play this one specific song on this flute.
Standard parrot.
And then they're just like, you make a good point. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm convinced. Oh man. I don't know whether I've asked you this. Have you played Baldur's Gate 3?
I have, yeah. I completed it last year, I think.
Oh.
Well,
Oh, nice.
Yes, yeah, I
I'm
did complete it last year, yeah.
I'm still making my way through, but this area reminds me of one specific spot. And because it also has kobolds, I should bring it up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the monastery place?
Yeah. Similar to playing, when I was playing Mass Effect 3, I played the level with, Morden Solace. There's like a level where like stuff happens with Morden Solace that I don't like, and I wanted to change the outcome of a few things. So I replayed this level like I think 3 times, and then eventually looked up a walkthrough and realized, oh no, you don't actually get to be successful. The game,
Yeah.
you know, good criticism of Mass Effect 3 in general. You don't actually get to control the outcome. It just tells you that you can, and then it just does whatever it feels like doing. And that was the case for that level, and I was like super disappointed by it. Yeah, similarly in Baldur's Gate, you like rock up to this area and there's all these just kobolds and they're just pissed as newts. Like they're drunk as fuck, and some of them are like dancing around. They're just having, some of them are passed out, some of them are dancing around, but they're all having an awesome time. And I want nothing more than to just be like, "G'day lads, can I have one?" and just like join in, or just I don't know, have some kind of like positive interaction, because they're just having a great time. But because they're kobolds, they're baddies, so you can't really do anything except treat them as fodder, blow them up, you know, do silly things to harm them. And yeah, I was just so annoyed by that, because it's such a cute scene that you just arrive at, similar to like some of these cutscenes where they're showing you these, you know, dinos just sort of dancing around.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, can we have a positive
Yeah, I
experience
remember
with
that
this?
moment. I remember, like, I was being like, is there a kobold in the barrel that's drunk? Like,
Oh, dude.
it's so
Yeah,
cute.
because you can hear it hiccuping.
Yeah.
You can add that barrel to your inventory. I've added it to my inventory. So at some stage later in the game, I'm hoping I can like take the barrel out and throw it at someone, and a kobold will just arrive.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Why am I
That's great.
here? Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I won't say anything, but yeah, it's an unfortunate thing where it's just like us as furries have an affinity for things like that, and
Yeah.
but from a D&D perspective, oh, they're bad guys though. You have to kill them.
Exactly, yeah. It's in the script.
Yeah.
They're bad, it's in the script. But we're gonna portray them in this really endearing way.
Here is your reward.
If she gives me the
Offshoot.
spell stone,
Scales has hidden the
Oh, okay.
spell stone inside the treasure rooms. Find it.
I was gonna say, like, if she just had the spell stone all along, like,
Planet is in
It's worse than that.
ruins.
Here's your reward, Fox. I'm gonna stand on this panel.
yeah, I won't have, I
Go and
wouldn't have
continue
done-
work.
I wouldn't have done this unless you rescued my children.
Yeah. Yeah. My debt is repaid. I'm standing on a perch now.
Yeah.
That's very bird-like.
Hi, Miyako. How you doing? Oh, I will hydrate Zexion.
Good reminder. That was a very Zelda sound effect. Oh, is that the song?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is, I think. Bum, 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 bum.
My mum.
Oh.
gave me. Sorry, I'm thinking this because I had a pot noodle before stream because I forgot to eat. My mum got me like this like pasta box mix thing, and it's basically just like, from what I understand, it's a box that contains the pasta, some sauce, and like veggies to cook it all with. And I was, she gave it to me, and I was looking at the box, and I was thinking, oh, okay, you know, like, it's just a nice, quick way to just chuck it all in a pot and cook it, and it's done. But then I like read the back, and it's just, it's like way more complicated. It's like, oh, you gotta, it's like 15 minutes of grilling these, and then like 30 minutes of doing that, and I was like, what?
I love that. It's gotta be, I don't know whether it's a joke, but I've seen it on a few of these like instant noodle things, like just these overly complicated instructions, and it's like, dude, your noodles.
Yeah, legit.
You don't work. No one prepares you this way.
I was just like, I'm just gonna cook normal pasta. Like, I can't be arsed with all this. Like.
Oh, but I mean, I think you can ignore most of the instructions. That's always been my presumption.
Oh, because I didn't hit that switch, I now have to go all the way around again. Well, I mean, I'm just like, I don't know, like, I've only just kind of been getting back into, like, actually cooking food for myself instead of, like, getting takeaway all the time. Which has been great, you know, it's been nice. But, like, I look at this and it has all of these instructions on it, and, like, first of all, it's just weird that it says, like, grill the pasta, and I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Is that just, like really
right?
badly worded in another way of saying put the pasta in a pot? Like... Or, yeah, it said something like put the pasta on a grill or something like that. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
And then I read more of it, and the more I read, the more I was just like, nah, I'm good. For the diner who wants a novel with their food. True. You're giving me a crazy craving for mugshots?
What is mugshots?
Is that like pot noodle, but in like a mug? Where are the fireflies? Oh, I have to use this. Okay. Oh, I mean, where's the crack? I don't possibly know. Wait, so I need a bomb.
Oh, there's some mugshots in Australia.
Oh, fuck.
It is, yeah, it's pasta in a mug. Yeah.
I just realized what I've got to do is... This fucking game. Because you can't just carry around an explosive in your pocket like Link does with bombs. Which means now I've got to go all the way back through here and go get that bomb as the... guy.
As the handsome man?
Yeah.
Whom I love.
Yeah, if I was playing as two characters, then I would just stay down here as Fox and then keep Crystal up above and go get the bomb. And then make her drop the bomb down, and then Fox would pick it up, but no.
Should redesign Fox's outfit to be as skimpy as Crystal's.
That's true.
I think that's what equality looks like.
I mean, I think a lot
everyone
of
is
fairies have done
objectified.
that. Yeah.
Have they? Have they actually done that?
Well, I mean, maybe not in
Satis
Crystal's
already done
outfit, but you know.
Well, I'm thinking like take his outfit and then cut it the same way as hers, and then maybe pose them the same way. Oh, I could put Crystal in like full gear.
Yeah.
Fatigues and everything like he wears. I just found a piece of promo art, and Starfox is like in this action pose, holding a staff, you know, facing the camera with you know, violent intent, and Tricky's sort of behind, peeking out the side like this fun little companion, and Crystal is like almost straddling Starfox from behind. Her legs could not be more akimbo. Her legs are at almost a 90-degree angle.
Amazing.
And just 90% of her is just exposed. Well, fur, not skin. But it's like, holy fucking shit. She's very pretty, but so is he.
This might be the point where you glitch with the jet bike or whatever.
Ah, okay.
I don't know how it works. I haven't even bothered looking it up, but... All I know is that it said something about a fence and a jet bike or something.
I love this baddie.
I can still see. Oh, never mind.
It's not that funny. Now this is pod racing. Oh, neat. You get to use their Lilac Wars mechanic in a new context.
I don't know if there's something
Like
like
the,
this in Lilac Wars.
Sorry, the I'm using my words poorly, but like you had the same mechanic in the snow level when you were like.
Oh yeah,
chasing them.
yeah.
And I'm guessing that it's derived from the space battle, you know, the typical what people think a Starfox game should be.
Yeah.
Where you're
Oh
in
yeah.
space and it's like a what do you call that? What's that genre? It's a whole genre. I can't remember.
A rail shooter,
Yeah,
I guess.
like a DX but 3D.
Yeah. Dogfighting, yeah.
But on rails, dogfighting on rails.
Arcade shooter. Because Kid Icarus is similar. It has like those kind of Starfox sections. The 3DS game, not the original one.
Yeah, rail shooter. That's the. What?
I'm guessing this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Is there like a third one somewhere? Would I not be better off just like waiting for him to lap around? Oh, I just saw him. Yeah.
Pew pew.
You know, I'm definitely sure that there's not enough art done of the sharp course in this game, though.
For sure. Oh yeah. What's the name of the Okay. This much.
Oh, I have no idea. I think he's called the shopkeeper.
Keeper. Yeah. Just shopkeeper. See, the problem with shopkeeper is that he has a genie tail
Yeah.
instead of legs. Otherwise, I'd already have made out of him. Ba-ba-bum.
That was literally a Zelda noise. Is that actually his name,
Well done,
Shabunga?
Fox. You now have the second spellstone.
Oh, look at them all.
With scales gone,
Oh, what a nice scene.
My tribe can now start to rebuild their lives. I am forever grateful.
She enunciates
Don't
like
forget,
someone teaching
as
English
soon
as a
you
second
get back
language.
to the surface, you need to find the Ocean Force Point Temple.
Yeah. Also, for some reason, he doesn't have wings. I thought it was maybe
Well,
supposed
he
to be
looks like
like
he's.
female and male Cloudrunners are different, and the male one don't have wings. But that's not true, because like there are male ones that do have wings from
Yeah.
the intro.
And it's a good point. If they're Cloudrunners, then why can't he fly? Because he
Yeah.
looks like he's halfway between a Dromaeosaur and a Pachycephalosaurus, the ones that have like the sort of dome on top
Yeah.
of their head.
He's a different species.
He's like a
Why is he
Pachycephalosaurus
here
with
then?
a few spikes. But yeah, like because space racism. Remember, people who walk on the Earth don't talk with people who fly.
I guess.
That was the whole like thing with Tricky. Tricky was like, "Oh no, a flying dinosaur. You're like bad in my culture."
The fortress is back in control of the Cloudrunners. You must must take the spellstone to the Ocean Fourth Point Temple. It must
You
be
pay
located near to the
this
sea.
much.
Have you been anywhere like that yet,
Oh, this is
Fox?
Vurt.
When you
Oh,
get
hello.
back to
Yes,
the
I'm
planet,
Vurt.
I don't know your friend's name.
I should
but
put a little name badge on my
I
front.
think they would like the legs of my fave dino.
yeah.
I really don't remember what this dino is.
A part of me wants to ask, and a part of me wants to not spoil it.
Yeah, I would say don't spoil it. I mean, you might be able to hint
Yeah.
enough that I might get it, but I don't remember. I wonder if I can just like pick up one gold ring and then just not do anything.
I mean, General Scales' legs are pretty damn good. That boy does squats. Oh, you remember at the start of this, you're on that ship
Yes.
on stormy seas as Crystal, and General Scales does his, menacing voice acting and just sounds so good. And he's on a staircase. At the top of the staircase towards the captain's quarters, there's a little dino in a cage.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's sort of like, it's just there to kind of look, I guess, like, oh, he's keeping things in cages, he's bad. There's not really much more said about that little dinosaur.
Yeah.
But originally, that dinosaur was the princess of one of the cultures.
Oh.
Like, I guess the Skywalker group. The idea was that little creature was, a princess, and was being held captive to ensure that that race was compliant with what General Scales wanted to do. That was the original lore behind that, which is so menacing. Like,
Yeah.
what a good way to like be like, this guy sucks. Like, he's permanently keeping people in bondage just to ensure compliance of, like ruling through fear. That's really good lore.
Yeah.
Like fast and easy world building. But I guess there was no way to sort of fit that in with the way the storyline needs to go, so. Oh, I have another fact.
Oh, I think I
another
know
fact.
which dinosaur now.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just remembered. But yeah, carry on.
Yeah, nice. This song, well, it's just stopped playing exactly as I've referred to it. Yo. I remember hearing it and being like, this sounds weirdly out of place. It's like, I don't know, generic Lion King sort of sounding music. Like, it's like African music, but just African music in the way that it's just very what do you call it? Typical of the idea of Africa. And it turns out that it's from a sound library. Like, a lot of this music is obviously original, but that particular piece of music is stripped from Hearts of Africa Volume 1. I heard someone say.
I
I was
didn't
like,
know
that
that.
does track.
Yeah, that the Krazoa Palace theme has been used on TV shows. Wow. That's kind of, that actually makes sense now, because there's sometimes where I see like a TV show and it plays music and I'm like, I've heard this somewhere in a video game.
Yeah.
Like The Sims. I think I've heard like Sims music in like TV shows and stuff. Does it happen? No, it doesn't happen now. It happens later.
They use the Sly Raccoon theme on the Grand Tour. Says Rick.
Amazing. That's so crazy to me now, because like, now companies are so like, you get fucking DMCA'd if you play like a second of a song from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. They'd just pay royalties.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
It'd be like, it's cheaper and easier. Like, we've got this track we know will work here. It'll cost us, however many bucks. Same as if we find any other track, so let's just use it.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is like an infamous game for like getting a DMCA if you play it on stream. Which is a shame, because the music in those games is great.
Makes sense.
But part of that is like, I'm like, is it because it's Square Enix, or is it because it's Disney,
Well, that's it.
Or is it because it's both?
If it's not one, it's the other. You've got to run a copyright gauntlet. You don't just have one. You've got to get past several. And like, yeah.
But it's so strange, because I guess it must be under. Yeah, I guess the license for the audio must be under like Disney's name. because it's like, even though it's like a Japanese song written by Japanese artists, it's like you play the main theme for like 2 seconds and Disney's like at your door.
It's I find it very frustrating that the reason I think copyright should exist is to encourage individuals to innovate.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like
That's
if you
what it was
innovate
intended
and you
for.
create something exactly, but now that's not protected. But what is protected is a corporation
Yeah.
preventing individuals from. I've got a friend who's very into like 90s drum and bass and that whole sort of like era of music, and early techno was a very punk movement in that you would just take samples from anywhere and everywhere. Who gives a shit who made it, like how big of a group they are. What you're doing is taking chunks of it and chopping it up and modifying it heavily and creating something new out of it, which is a very punk thing to do. And you had whole movements that sort of like arose from that now they can't exist. You can't take 30 tracks and mix them together. Well, I suppose you can if you're Neil Cicierega, but you can't then sell that work. You can't make a living off that work, even though you are genuinely making new art.
What? But I just saved you. Me trust no one. Sharpclaw say I steal their things, but they stinking liars.
I like this guy. I feel like he's an intellectual equal to me. I feel like I can relate to him.
Me get out of this place. Adios.
Hot potato. Yeet.
You gotta do the thing, Fox. You got a new item
Oh,
from someone, you have to
so
do the
funny.
thing.
Has to put it down the ground, go,
Yeah.
what's this? Object permanence. Turns in a circle.
Reminds me of what the YouTuber Jim Sterling did. She kept getting DMCA'd, so she just used content she knew would get claimed by multiple companies, so nobody got any ad revenue, and instead relied on income from Patreon stuff.
Yep. Mutually
Yeah.
assured destruction. Good. That's the way to do it. No one should be rewarded for that. When
No.
someone else makes the effort, like puts in the labor, you shouldn't be able to just take that.
Yeah,
The
it's
profits from that.
no, like you said, it's genuinely the practice is just so destructive now, because it's like you can't.
Yeah, it's culturally poisonous.
Something that was supposed to be, copyright is intended to protect the small guy, you know.
Encourage innovation.
It's to stop big companies from suing someone over something like that, and now it's just like these huge companies that are just like, oh, you played 1 second of our song, you will get DMCA'd. And if
It's arresting creativity.
Yeah, it needs to change. Like, that is something that I'm very passionate about. Is I don't know enough to know how to combat it, but I know that it needs to change.
Yeah. Well, I think in the absence of that change, like, creativity just needs to be disconnected from profit.
Yeah.
Because it just can't be profitable at the moment. Like, you can be really creative, but you won't be profitable 99% of the time. And you can be really uncreative and instead optimize for profit, and that's what a lot of things places
like
do. And
streamers,
I feel like you almost have to sort of do both.
Streamers that are partnered, for example, with Twitch, they are much more likely to get like a copyright strike or a DMCA than me, for example.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just about extraction of wealth, isn't it?
Pursuing copyright protection requires legal fees, and those with easier access to financial resources can enjoy or even abuse it. I've never heard of copyright lawyers working pro bono for small creators. I love how openly corrupt the Sharpclaw gatekeepers are. I think corporations like YouTube and Twitch don't want to risk losing their relationship with big companies and studios, so they're not prepared to fairly... Yeah. Well, I mean, there was the whole
Because
fucking
it's advertisers
thing.
as well.
Yeah, and there was the whole fucking thing of fucking... Even on Twitch, Metallica, they had to mute Metallica doing a live performance and replace it with, like, some fucking MIDI-sounding ass music because they were afraid of getting
Just
copyright
Beethoven.
strike.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if that is not a fucking great example of how corrupt this thing has become.
We're just a perversion,
Yeah.
because like it has a like things are made with purpose, and then mechanics arise that prevent those things serving the purpose they were designed to serve. It's so stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, it annoys me. It shouldn't be like this. That is a... that's a thing that Tricky needs to burn down, not me. Apparently I'm not allowed to use... Oh, that's because it's the wrong thing. Yeah, that doesn't work. Dum-de-dum! So that did a thing outside, because I was paying attention this time. But I don't know where.
It was very nice when you were singing pretty songs to those pterodactyls, pterodons, whatever they are, to get them down. How it would show you the next group. When you finished one step, it showed you the next step. I kind of wish they'd repeated that mechanic a bit more with this stuff.
Look, he's not abandoned, he's right here. I knew his ADHD
Look
would
at him
make...
swim!
I knew his ADHD would make sure he didn't stay on that switch, okay? Oh, it's taking me this way. Okay. I don't get to control this.
It's
Fucking weird.
Do you know the comic with a tantrum hole?
No? Oh, yeah.
It's time for the tantrum hole. That skull just, or that that figure just reminds me of. I'll just link it in the chat. It's a great comic. I can't remember the artist's name, but they're quite amazing.
Let me see. yeah. I love that.
You're unconstitutional. Fuck the founding fathers.
One of the artists for the game, Kevin Bayliss, did the voice for Tricky. He's occasionally streamed on
Oh,
Twitch and
really?
done Tricky's voice saying dumb shit, and it was hilarious. That's amazing.
Oh, that's
I love
awesome. Yeah. Oh, now, so this was on the 64, right? It was being developed for the 64, and then they were like, big new game consoles coming, let's develop it for that. There is a community putting together the original 64 game.
Oh, that's really cool. What the fuck?
Yeah. I don't know how much of it's playable. It was just mentioned in one of the things I was watching. But like pretty active community on the wiki.
Yeah.
And yeah, I could see like some bits of footage from the game, because they have like you can get a copy of the what would you call it? An early production version of the game for the 64, and I guess people have been sort of like unlocking bits of it and coupling other bits together.
That's cool,
I should make sure that I'm telling the truth before I say more about that. But I remember the video sort of talking about like this active community working on it, and they showed like a bunch of scenes that you see in this game, but with the 64 graphics, as well as a bunch of stuff that isn't in this game, but was in the old one, the old version.
I wish I could just have a door like this in my building. Like the mouthed eye door.
Yeah. Cave of Wonders from Aladdin.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just
That was
love
a
that
joke
we're
just for
at
me.
that age in game development where people can just be like, I'm just gonna make an N64 game.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, see, that's the other side of the coin, right? You've got all of this like stupidity happening with copyright, which means that it's so hard to do anything in a way that will support you to do more of it. But at the same time, the barriers to making stuff, they're just evaporating in so
Yeah.
many ways. Like coming back to fursuiting, I am just amazed compared to like the same as Blender. I started using Blender and it sucked and I couldn't get it to work and I was like, maybe I'll do Maya. No, Maya's frustrating as hell as well. Why are these interfaces so bad? And then I came back to Blender like a couple of years ago, like way later, and suddenly the interface is like brand new, intuitive, fantastic. There's a trillion billion resources on how to learn to do, whether you want to do like animation or 3D printing or game design or anything. There's like all these tutorials on how to do all sorts of amazing stuff and all these plugins. And suddenly it's like, wow, I could just pick this up in an afternoon almost. And same thing with fursuiting. Come back to fursuiting now, having cut up a foam head originally. Now it's like, well, if you've got a 3D printer, you could print TPU, and you could print TPU for the soft stuff. You could print PLA for the hard stuff, and you can create just about like there's just so much stuff that is now not difficult at all that beforehand would have been almost impossible
Yeah.
to do. It's like the barriers are so low to getting into new things and making
Yeah,
new
the
things.
only big
If we
barriers
could just
are
solve the
fucking
copyright.
companies, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. If we could just like solve that stuff, like make it easy to remix and be so good. Because it is great. Like Steam is a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Like no one needs to be told that, but like the fact that you can produce something and put it up there, and it's not like if you're an author and you write a book, then you're like, well, I guess I got to deal with whatever bullshit Amazon is going to put me through to put my book up there, because otherwise, how do you find your audience? But if you want to find your audience for a game, it's like, oh well, I guess I better put it up on Steam. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. That works.
And HEO as well is becoming like a really good place for that.
Oh yeah, true that. Yeah.
Oh, but
Yeah, barrier to entry.
each within a building.
So low. It's suddenly what's the Halo level?
I should know this considering that I've been playing through Halo recently.
Oh, it's the multiplayer level as well.
Oh.
It's the Silent Cartographer is the beach one.
Yeah.
I remember. But the multiplayer level's the one I'm thinking of that has the...
Yeah, we haven't done any multiplayer yet. I think we're gonna do multiplayer once I've done like Halo 3. We're just gonna like try it out for a little bit.
So have you played through the Halos before, or is this your first time?
I played a tiny bit of Halo 1 when it was like new. I haven't played Halo 2, where we are like 2/3 of the way through Halo 2. And I have played Halo 3 before, but it was a long time ago, and I don't remember anything about it.
So have you played ODST?
No.
Okay.
I haven't played ODST, I haven't played Reach, I haven't played 4.
I love this for you.
And I haven't played whatever else is there. I don't know what else exists.
Oh, now Rick says this area is like lifted straight from the Nintendo 64 version.
Yeah, I can see that. It's probably like the most designed area, just from like visually looking at it. Like you got the fucking Krazoa statues up there, waterfalls.
And it's a very tight enclosed space.
Yeah.
Which is very 64.
Yeah, the water pillars are cool.
Yeah. So with Halo, I talk about obsessing about Starfox. I obsessed with the pre-production of Starfox. I was like, this game is going to be incredible, but then I never actually played it. Halo was the one that came out at the point where I could afford to get a console and could afford to get a game. Well, I made it possible because I followed. There was a Macworld. Macworld was like a Macintosh E3 type conference that ran in 1999, and they introduced a handful of things. And Bungie, which was a new company, introduced Halo with this like 10-minute long animatic that I got on a PC Power Play CD.
Isn't that the one that's like a miniature like setup or something?
Yeah, it's like a little short film almost, where like it starts with like two elites wandering around and they get sniped by one of the Master Chief is not the right word. What is the Master Chief?
Spartan?
He is a Spartan. Yeah, gets sniped by a Spartan, and then like a bunch of like military dudes break into an underground base to release hostages from memory. But it was, at the time, it was just like, oh my god, this is like a whole world. This is incredible. You can jump into a vehicle and drive it around, and I can't remember what all the groundbreaking stuff was at the time, but there was just a bunch of mechanics in there that I was like, I'd never seen before, and I was like so amazed by. And I watched this video like over and over and over again, and then followed the production of Halo pretty closely in what to what extent I could in the year 2000, which was, you know, not much, but before the game came out, so it came out in the US, the console and the game came out like I think 6 months before it came out in Australia. Like there was a huge time gap between the US and Australia. But the book of The Fall of Reach by Eric Nilland came out when the console was released in the US. So I read The Fall of Reach and I got super into the Halo lore. And then on release night went out and got the console. I absolutely loved Halo. It was like my jam. And then I never played 2 or 3 or 4 or ODST or any of those games until meeting my partner, who played all of them. And so we've played through a few of them cooperatively, and he's played through a few of them, and I've watched. And I actually found that ODST was my favorite of the lot. And I don't know whether that memory is... I don't know how accurate that memory is, because it was a while ago, but I just remember being really surprised that one that wasn't part of the main 4 was such a fun game. But yeah, there's lots of fun still left in store for you if you haven't played through all those.
Yeah, Nex was telling me, I think, when he said that when we get to Halo 3, he needs to like show me, or maybe after Halo 3, he needs to show me a bunch of like the promotional stuff that they did. Because he was saying that like it was so much of the stuff about like the trailers and the stuff that they were showing and like development that was just such a inspirational part of Halo.
Yeah, it was so exciting. The openness of the worlds too. Like, you know, it was this next gen console that was not just a year or two away, but like 3 or 4. Actually, no, it was 2002, I think, was when it came out. So I guess 2 years away, but... I mean, when the trailer came out, it was going to be on a computer, right? It was going to be on a Mac, because it was Macworld. Because I think Bungie was owned by Apple? Is that right?
Yeah. I remember Nex was saying it was going to be a game called Monolith or something. Or no, Monolith was their like, first game or something like that. I don't remember.
Mammoth or... I know Bungie have like a couple of names that they've used. Well, there's a new game coming out that has a name that I think is really similar to its code name. Code name. Halo was originally called
Marathon, that's it, yeah.
Marathon, yeah.
Oh, come on! Shut up, Tricky. You'll get mushrooms when you're empty.
Yeah, so Marathon is the new game name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Forced hate around that game has been exhausting. Let me guess. Blah, blah, blah. Woke something. Blah, blah, blah. I just do not look at... I mean, it's not just on Twitter, but, like... Twitter is a big...
When I saw...
thingy. What's it called? But Twitter is just a cesspool now.
Yeah. Discourse in general. You need to be careful who you talk to.
doesn't even make
Or
sense
just
this
kill
time.
your
Not that
joy.
it ever really did. It never makes sense. It's constantly trying.
Yeah.
Like there are people that are creating Steam. It's very obviously. It's like the most obvious bait I've ever seen on Steam discussions. Steam discussions are the worst because Steam literally incentivizes being an asshole by allowing people to give any comment on a discussion or like a patch note an award, and people receive points for it, which they can then spend to get like Steam cosmetics or whatever. So whenever there's like a popular game that's announced or a popular game that has a patch, you go into the comments and it's just full of people baiting others. And of course the Oblivion remaster shadow dropped today, and there are people like bitching and be like, oh, Body 1 and Body 2 game, don't play this, blah blah blah. It's a common thing that developers are doing now to get, or you know, to make sure that gender norms are being broken. You know, instead of it being male and female, it's like Body 1, Body 2, Body 3, etc. And so people literally baiting by being like, this is a Body 1 and a Body 2 type game, don't play it. And it's like, and people are giving them awards, and people are posting in the comments, and it's like, it's it's such obvious bait. Do not feed the trolls. Yeah. Why do we still have to say this?
Show some literacy. Like, know when you're being pandered to.
Yeah.
I think looking at Marathon, my primary thought is just aesthetically that it's. Have you seen the series Love, Death and Robots?
Yes.
I think it was in season 1. There's I think it's called The Witness, where this character is being chased or is chasing. They witness a murder, and then they're running around. They end up in this like crazy brothel.
Oh yeah,
It's
I know
a
the
really
one.
Aesthetically, it's just a beautiful like it's just such a. It's like everything's been splattered with paint.
Yeah.
And
it's kind of like weird mix of like live action and illustration kind of stuff.
Yeah. I guess similar to the sort of Into the Spider-Verse type thing. Like there's a real heavy focus on like illustrative style framing and animation, but in a very 3D context.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, but the aesthetics of it. When I looked at Marathon, I was like, that looks like they have watched that over and over and over again, because it has huge chunks of that. But I mean, it's so early on. It's hard to say how it will be. I haven't really enjoyed Bungie games of late. I mean,
well,
I don't really.
You mean Bungie game? Like at this point, it's what it's.
I mean,
Destiny, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose. Well, I mean, there's like the studios sort of shoot off and like split off in different ways, and
yeah. Well, it's like the
Destiny,
same way.
I look forward to.
I feel like it's the same way that the rareware of current is not the same rareware that made the games I love.
Exactly. Like you can't really rely on the studio to tell you where the quality is going to be, or the focus is going to be, or how heavily the people who care about the money are going to pollute the people that care about the vision.
Yeah.
I think that's the sort of the big thing.
Yeah, a lot of devs focusing on MMO stuff, but they're also focusing on season passes.
Yeah.
Single player games with season passes. Let's go. We love monetizing your time.
I feel like that comes back to any publicly trading organization, I think, ceases to what's the term for this? Where like it ceases to naturally serve its purpose. It has to artificially serve its purpose. Like if you're a game designer and you want to make a good game, then you go and you try to make a really, really good game. But if you're a game designer and you're being driven by someone who needs to make things as profitable as possible for shareholders, and they control the way you develop the game, then you're no longer developing the best game that you can. You're developing the best source of income that you can, which if those are compatible, then fantastic, everyone's happy. But it's when those things are incompatible, which they so often are, that it becomes this real like tug of war between like the thing that you are there to do and this weird like, but what about the disembodied voices that want to passively make income off what this is. Yeah, it's frustrating that those things aren't compatible so often. Like, it'd be brilliant if they were.
Yeah, it's a shame.
That's why indie's good.
Pretty much what happened with DA Dragon Age Veilguard, and that's why the game feels like a mess. Yeah. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. What does this do? It opens a door. And the ice block goes in front of the door. It's just weirdly, like, this is perfectly, like, ice cube shaped.
Yeah.
Oh, it is meant to be good here. Oh, yeah, because I'm supposed to go up.
Yes, yes.
Okay. I thought I was supposed to, like, use it to get up that ledge, but... I like the rotating water thing here. This is cool.
Yeah. Having fun with the shaders. I remember talking to a friend who was working on a game, and it was all designed around ninjas. And they were about a year into production, and a decision came down in a single day that it needs to be about zombies because zombies are what's popular now.
Yeah.
And I remember hearing that and just thinking, like, there's so much thought that goes into making a game with the mechanics and the lore of ninjas work. For someone to say, make it about zombies now, I don't know, it's like if someone's halfway through making a pizza and they're just about ready to put it in the oven, and someone says, this looks great, but it needs to be a birthday cake. It's like you don't, to me that indicates, like, you don't respect the process at all of creating the thing, and you don't have any appreciation of what's easy and difficult. I don't know, it just to me it says, like, you have no understanding of the product that you are trying to make, but you have veto power over that product. That's a really destructive thing, because they had to obviously rebuild the game just about from scratch, which begs the question, well, why not just finish this game and then also make that game?
What's happening?
Things are rotating.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have to shoot through them? No? There's a timer?
No, it's something to do with the order. That wall doesn't have anything on it. That wall has moss on it. That wall also does... Oh! Okay. I guess I'm just supposed to spit.
The fire's going out.
I think that's what's meant to happen.
Whoop. Banana Man leans over. Oh, and blows out the candle.
Yeah.
The candle.
Yes, I know, Tricky. You're so hungry. Oh, baby boy.
He's like my cat. I got up early for this stream. My partner was still sleeping. And I was like, I'll get up and I'll be really quiet. And I'll try to make a coffee really quietly. And I go out into the living room and it's like 10 minutes before Amos's feeder is due to go off. Amos is my cat. And he's a stray and he is food motivated. Well, he's an ex-stray. He is food motivated. And he just starts meowing at the top of his lungs because maybe I'll give him food. So it's like, cool, alright buddy. I guess we're all awake now. And I am not fucking feeding you. I'm not rewarding this behavior.
It's like, you can have all the same ingredients to make bread, cake, muffins, but they're all very different things when everything is said and done. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Well, I mean, and yeah. And it's like, which one do you want me to make? It's obviously a balancing act. Like, sometimes it needs to change halfway through.
Yeah.
But I guess it's when you can see that the reason that it needs to change is because someone has looked at statistics regarding whether, you know, zombie games are in vogue or ninja games are in vogue, or like, you know how like there's those trends, but they're really surface level trends. Like, if ninja games are all the rage and you release the shittest ninja game ever, it's not going to matter.
No.
And if ninja games are not the rage, but you release something that reinvents the ninja games genre or whatever, it's yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, like,
really
look
is
at what
about the quality of
Balatro
the
did
product.
for, like, card games, you know?
Exactly, yeah. It's like it's friggin' solitaire, and it's
No one was going around
gangbusters.
saying card games are so in right now when Balatro was,
Yeah.
like, in development, you
Yeah.
know?
Although those are moonshots too. Like,
Yeah.
the fact that that's, I mean, it's a good game and all, obviously, but I think there's probably a lot of good games out there that just don't get picked up. They don't get that viral, that weird sort of viral,
yeah, for
arbitrary.
sure.
Someone TikToks about it and suddenly everyone's on board. Did I use that verb correctly? Or am
I think so.
Sounding like an
I don't know.
80-year-old?
I'm not a TikTok user, so I don't really...
God, my boss at my work once tried to use it for comedic effect. I've never cringed harder. Kids and their TikToks. But yes, you are knowingly saying that in a way that makes it clear that you don't know what you're talking about, and that somehow actually makes it worse. This is a fun little puzzle you got.
I like puzzles like this. These are the puzzles that I'm good
Yeah,
at. Like, there are some puzzles where, like,
satisfying.
I can't remember what it was, but it was something I played on stream, and I, like, walked into the room, and I looked at it for, like, a second, and I was like, this is the solution. And, like, did it immediately. And then there were some
Yeah,
puzzles, like
yeah.
fucking Alan Wake 2, where I have to do maths, and I was stuck opening a box that wasn't even important for, like,
Oh, man.
half an hour.
A puzzle you have to write stuff down to like cognitively offload it. That's the point where it's like,
Yeah.
no, this is no longer a fun puzzle.
I wish I could
couple of
remember
those
what
in,
puzzle it was that I like got immediately, because like there were some puzzles in Professor Layton. I'm just like, I got it like that. And then other one, I'll have to like play Professor Layton on stream at some point. That'll be great.
I don't know Professor Layton.
Professor Layton's
Oh
good.
no, I think I've seen pictures. It's very cute. Yeah.
Professor Layton pisses me the fuck off. Yeah, because there are some puzzles in Professor Layton that are either just like straight up do maths, or they're a trick question.
Solve this quadratic or. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but also like trick questions. Like it'd be like, how long would it take to melt this ice cube? And it's like, or it's like,
Oh, yeah.
and it's and then it's
I was
just
going
like,
to
there's a fire.
St.
There's a fire in the background or something like that.
Yeah. When I was going to St. Ives, I met a man with 7 wives. How many were going to St. Ives? That sort
Yeah.
of.
I've never heard that, but
Oh, do you not know that one?
no.
Okay, so the riddle is, I'll butcher it. Actually, let me just look it up. I was going to St. Ives. I'll probably truncate it because the idea is that it's a very long thing. As I was going to St. Ives, I met a man with 7 wives. Each wife had 7 sacks. Each sack had 7 cats. Each cat had 7 kits. Kits, cats, sacks, and wives. How many were going to St. Ives? So, this riddle is the same as I think what you're describing. The answer to the riddle is me. I was going to St. Ives. I only met the man with 7 wives. They weren't going to St. Ives. So it's just me.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of riddles like that where if you don't pay attention to, basically the format is the first sentence is the answer.
Yeah, and then it
but
tries
you
to
get so
confuse
focused
you.
on the details
Yeah.
that yeah.
Yeah, Professor Layton would be a good series to play through, because I never actually played all of them. I've only played like a couple. And they are actually like good puzzle games. You know, it's very of the time though, where it was like, oh, Mum, you'd be able to play this game, like that kind of thing. Here's brain training.
Now there's a very cute game that you could play too, on the topic of puzzles. I really, really like. There's an illustrator that I absolutely love, named well, I know him as Grickle, but Graham Annabelle is his name. He draws like spooky things, but in this very, very cute way. Lots of scary red gnomes. There's an animation that you might have seen of like a principal at a school, but he's like a skeleton. Lots of humorous, awkward timing in what he does. There's just something very quaint and personable about his comics. But he had a game come out called Puzzle Agent, where you play like a secret. You're like an FBI agent, but you work for a puzzle bureau where your job is to solve puzzles, which I think is just a very cute
I wish that was
concept.
a real
Like
job.
it's so nice. It's so nice. Just as a concept, it's very, very neat. It's obviously it's very game appropriate and it's adorable.
Yeah.
And you go to this town to try to solve a bunch of puzzles, and the gameplay is not terribly, it's not groundbreaking, but it's all 2D illustrated by Grickle, and it's just a very endearing. It's just a very, how do you describe it? Like cute, not cute, but it makes you feel warm. Like I found it very enjoyable to play. Yeah.
Well, from the Professor Layton games that I have played, I actually really enjoyed them because they have like animation scenes in them and stuff as well. Like they have like proper like 2D animated like cutscenes and stuff, and they're really really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be more than welcome to join for that, Zeus. I'd probably need multiple people to just in case I get really stuck, Because there'd probably be some puzzles that like all of us will probably get confused on. But there's gonna be some puzzles where I'm just gonna be there for like an hour, and people will be like, he really doesn't know the answer.
Screaming at their screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Game Grumps experience.
I mean, the Game Grumps experience is basically just them ignoring a tutorial and then not knowing how to play.
Yeah. I was like, do I say this or will it activate a trap card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I at least try to pay attention to the tutorials.
Yeah. You do your due diligence when it comes to the gameplay.
Press Late in the World of Steam is also coming out soon on Switch/Switch 2. Oh, nice. I still haven't got an email about being invited to pre-order the Switch 2, so I think I am just, like, completely ineligible for that, unfortunately. Which is annoying. But
How do you be eligible?
Well, so apparently there's, like, a 3-step process for being eligible for
oh my God.
being invited to pre-order. You have to be a paying member of Nintendo Switch Online for more than 2 years. And bear in mind, this is all based off data from the 31st of March, so, like... It doesn't count. Like, you could subscribe now, it wouldn't count.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you are a paid member for Nintendo Switch Online for more than 2 years, that's your first point. It's not really like you have to fulfill these 3 things, but it's more like this is the order in which the priority is.
We will consider.
Yeah.
That's so... I don't like that at all. I mean,
it helps stop
profitability
scalpers,
perspective, it'll drive their profits.
Yeah.
Oh, there is that. I'm absolutely on board with that. But like, my God, that's like you need to spend money on a subscription service in the past for 2 years. So maybe you should subscribe now, so when the next console comes out, you won't miss out.
Maybe.
That's obviously the motivator.
The second one is based on your playtime. So like, if you've got a lot of playtime, then I guess you'll get an invite sooner. And then the third one was... Fuck, I don't even remember what the third one was. I sent a screenshot of it to someone. Hang on, let me check. Where did I send a screenshot to? I'll just check my screenshot folder. Hang on. There it is. Oh, and you have to also opt in to receive promotional emails and messages from Nintendo. That's the third one.
Okay.
But the thing is I'm part of a family membership. When Nintendo Switch Online became a paid thing, me and some other friends, we got together and we were like, yeah, okay, let's make a family membership. It'll work out cheaper on all of us if we do this. And then we all send the money to this one guy. Now, other people have not been sending money to this one guy, and he's a very good and kind friend for doing that. I have offered to send him money, but he said he keeps saying no. All he wants as payment as a hug every time.
Yeah. Nice.
Now, it says on the website, it says for family memberships, the person who purchased the membership will be eligible. Other people in the family membership are not eligible.
Wow.
But it doesn't say whether it doesn't say whether that's just full stop, not eligible at all for the invitation to pre-order, or if it's just not eligible for like the first wave.
counting.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I tried to email
I'd have to think-
Nintendo for clarification, and they offered very little clarification.
Yeah, that sounds on brand. I'm amazed that it's that bad.
Yeah, and I would
And there
love to
must be, like-
pre-order it, but the thing is, I don't even think when I am able to pre-order it, I don't even think I'm going to have enough money to anyway, because like everything's
Oh, I mean,
expensive.
yeah, expensive as hell. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I mean, when the other thing to
baby.
consider too,
oh, little baby in a nappy.
buddy, look at your big bappers. Okie dokie.
Hey there, little fella.
Is it a trap? Tell me that's not a diaper.
I don't
It
like
Oh,
is
it's
a
an
diaper.
egg diaper.
Yeah.
Fox.
It's
Look
like his
out,
egg.
it's a trap.
That's so dumb. Nice. Get stomped.
Eat.
That's the one.
Oh no, I've heard this is infamous, Lightfoot Village.
My treasure.
Yes.
Ooh,
This is a point where probably a lot of people got pissed off
untie me right
Mhm.
now. I am
for multiple
So this was on the
reasons.
64. There's a 64 graphics version of this. Oh, look at that.
thief. What are you
Is it a
talking
Dilophosaurus? Some
I think
variant
so.
of Dilophosaurus?
about? You take our treasure and give it to the stinking shopclaws. Yeah, tell him, Chief. Kill the stinking pig.
What
I didn't take
accents
your
are
treasure.
these?
I don't
You
know.
gave it to me. Let me show you what we do to thieves.
I think that voice.
The sidekick is
Command
Hispanic.
at the right time, and I'll help you get out of here.
Oh, okay. What's happening? Yeah, so this is just out of
Whoa.
nowhere.
Oof, that
Oopsies.
texture does not repeat gracefully.
Ow.
Waddles all the way in, pokes you, waddles all the way back. Eh. Oh, look at his head go relative to his shoulders. That's so cute. Like, the head weighs so much that it has its own inertia.
Fuck. There's a little bit of like latency input.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? That's not when I pressed it. I have to press it like half a second early.
Ugh. Yeah, zwoosh. It's like a Boston accent, as if they were told to tribal, in inverted commas, it up.
Or maybe it's because I don't have the screen fully focused. I don't know.
Begone, thought.
Oh man, this delay is annoying.
Hmm. It's alright. You still got more than half health.
I'm trying to like accommodate for the delay, but it just makes it harder.
I'm almost...
Oh. Okay, I thought the game had frozen then.
I'm almost tempted to see what the failure screen is, based on what Zothiel says.
I'm pretty sure it's just game over screen. We've already seen that.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I've ever
Oh,
heard
it's
this
the
full
regular
song.
flight. Yeah, okay.
It goes
I
wild.
just wanted to up the tension by lying to the streamer. Ooh.
Stop. Make
Well,
it stop.
I took it hook, line, and sinker.
Untie you.
Yeah, the guy who does this voice, there's a very similar voice from a character in Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the name of the
look how small
character.
that
but-
dog is.
Queen Fox. I'm glad I could return the favor.
Okay, bye. What? Don't know your name. Also, how you doing? Yeah. So now we're here.
What is
sorry,
Starfox?
What were you saying
Kept his
before
boots.
the cutscene?
It's his pants. I don't recall. I do not recall.
I got so distracted by the dinosaur wearing a diaper.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we were talking about the Switch 2, and I think what I was
yeah.
going to say was like, if you don't get it on release date, what are you missing out on? It's basically that new
I mean,
Mario
but
Kart,
Donkey
right?
Kong is so fucking hot though. The new
Yeah,
Donkey
it's
Kong
true.
design. Oh,
It's
and
true.
it looks
But
really
like,
fun.
how much of him do you see though in that game?
A
Like,
lot.
if it was a Donkey Kong game, I'd be like, hell
It is
yeah.
a Donkey Kong game.
I
No, they announced a Donkey Kong game called Donkey Kong Bonanza. And it's basically like Super Mario Odyssey, but Donkey Kong. And it looks so fucking good.
Really?
Have you not seen
don't tell
it?
me that.
I need to show you the trailer.
Don't tell me this.
It's so good. It looks
God
so
damn
good.
it. Now oh no.
Like, it's
I was,
using
like,
his full
immune.
redesign. And he's so
I was immune to
hot.
this.
He's like really hot.
do. He's. I'm not sure about his eyes. Just from my entirely
like them.
taste.
If you
entirely
watch the
taste
trailer,
based, though.
I definitely recommend watching the trailer because you get to see him animated. The new design works really well in terms of expressions and animation and stuff.
I've seen it universally like loved, and that just never happens with like the internet is so pessimistic.
Yeah.
So like on that basis, I'm like, I don't like the look as much, but I'm sure that I'm probably wrong. Like,
No, especially with
keeping
like
an
some
open
of the
mind
other
about it.
character designs they have, I reckon you'll really like it.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I'm sorry because it is on the Switch too.
Yeah, yeah.
So I like Mario Kart World, whatever, but the Donkey Kong game, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, fair. He reminds me of Homer more now from The Simpsons. I think that's more the thing, because the eyebrow ridge to me is closer to the shape of the Homer's eyes, but yeah. Dang it.
I'm pretty sure that the engine they use for Super Mario Odyssey is the engine they're using for this Donkey Kong game.
It does look...
Because the way that everything's rendered looks really similar.
Hmm.
It's like it's still got the same silhouette and overall vibe, it's just the eyes are softened.
Yeah.
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 No,
it's good. It's good when characters evolve. I do like it when they redesign characters. Successful or failure, it's like, it's innovation either way, and that's good.
Yeah.
Even the Sonic one, I wasn't completely off board with.
Oh, you mean the Sonic Boom one?
No, the movie.
Oh, the movie.
That sort of Uncanny Valley version. I was like, it doesn't look right, but it's its own thing, and...
I remember the first time I watched that trailer, I did kind of like recoil in horror. I was a bit like, what the fuck is that?
I do wonder how that was, how the art direction led to that point. Yeah, but in any case, it's like, new stuff. I don't want to shit on anything that's new because there's so little innovation going on. But yeah, like I did have the same reaction. But if I recoil at something, it's almost like I don't know. Maybe it's the way that like dogs like smells, regardless of whether the smell is good or not. They're like, it's interesting, regardless.
Yeah.
It's a terrible smell, but it's a very interesting terrible smell.
I'll sniff this poop.
It's like,
why
not? Yeah, exactly. It's like I'll look at some stuff that isn't my aesthetic at all, or rather, something that looks very unappealing, but very purposefully unappealing, and it'll be like, that's interesting. I could look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to... Oh. Okay, bye.
Yep.
I don't think I'm going to be able to
Okey-dokey.
afford the Switch 2 when it comes out. I'm going to have to save money. But I would get it for that Donkey Kong game. And obviously the future, like when I buy a Nintendo console, it's not just for the stuff that is available on it when it's out, but it's for all the future stuff as well,
We'll see. That was my thinking, was I can just wait until a Donkey Kong game comes out and then I'll get it. Was, I guess, sort of the thought process that I had. Like, I don't need to play a new Mario Kart game. I'm sure it'll be fun, but it's not $600, whatever it is, in pounds, fun. Like,
no, but I need to play with Donkey Kong though. I hate those things. Me too. They're annoying. It's like the
screeching.
modern alternative to the Gothic movement, because Gothic was all about finding the beautiful in the unbeautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. I do like that.
I love how these guys just brought us to their village and then fucked off.
Yeah.
This
Like,
is
go
the
eat, like,
point.
mate.
I
My
definitely
bedroom door's
say
open.
this is the point where the Starfox, where the cracks are starting to show in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that said by a few people now that as the game goes on it loses its polish a bit.
Yeah.
Now Rick's very excited because we're about to see the boy.
Yeah, I think I remember. As soon as I remembered that this village was a thing, I think I was like, oh, I know which character then. Hi, Atomica. How you doing? But I don't understand what these statues do. Oh, I need to go down there. Okay.
Oh, not you again. We know you didn't take our treasure, so just go away.
Oh.
Yeah!
So, you're looking
There he is.
for Krazoa spirits.
Oh, hello.
Yes, I am.
Have you met my husband?
Maybe I help you, eh?
Why is there
You
just
see,
one?
we keep
Yeah.
a secret
Oh, he has a
from
special
the
name.
Sharpclaws.
Wait till you hear it.
Under our village is a mighty chamber. Some say it was built by the Krazoa. Do you want to see for yourself, mate?
Kind of like the scrunchy guy on the left more.
Stupid
He kind of is.
Just because he's kind of a mess.
Yeah, it kind of it does act like his husband.
Only if you
He-
complete
right?
the Lightfoot test can you
Very
enter.
much looks like the royal consort.
Yeah.
Well,
They're laughing at you, Fox.
This is my husband
Gotta do
and
it
son.
now.
Mm-hmm.
but before you decide, take a look at this.
Take a look at these.
Points to his pecs.
The fuck? Okay.
All this text.
Here we go. Rapidly
this
press
wall of
A
text.
to compete against Musclefoot.
Hmm. So I heard this sucks.
Yeah.
But
only
also,
the strongest can push him into the pit. It sucks, but it's in a way that I know how to do it.
yeah, sure.
Let's see how strong
Yeah, it is
you
weird that
are.
he is the only one who is literally jacked.
I love how it went
Hey,
crunchy
bro.
at that point as well.
What's up, puppy? We gonna roll or?
Yes, you just don't press anything for a bit. And then you just
Yeah,
press it.
Fox's expressions
all
of
the
it.
way. And that's how you do it.
Huh. Oh, it doesn't sound that strong.
Well done,
I like that he doesn't talk.
you have beaten
Strong
our
himbo
strongest
energy in that.
Lightfoot.
Yeah, he totally does give bedroom eyes. You're totally right. Like,
Yeah.
he looks at Starfox and Starfox sort of like looks him up and down like, oh no, don't, no,
Don't break me.
don't give me a big hug. If you hugged me, I wouldn't be able to get out. No, don't hug me. I said,
Yeah,
no,
so
don't
basically
hug me.
that test of strength is in typical Rareware fashion as well, because the same thing happens with Canary Mary in Banjo-Tooie. You
Canary Mary
need
is a
to
great fucking name.
you need to lose a bit to win.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Gotcha.
go if
Like
you
arm
tap,
wrestling.
yeah, if you tap A straight out the gate, he will
Yeah.
push back against you, and it's impossible to win.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to basically let them win a little bit, and then
Arrest his-
go
yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Like here, I'll try it again, but with tapping A straight from the beginning.
Sure.
I mean, bear in mind, I'm also like amazing at
So
tapping.
we get. He's gonna look at him again. He's gonna look at him again. Oh.
So like this is me tapping A straight out the gate.
Sure.
No, I mean maybe I am just too good at tapping.
Oh
Okay.
wow. Maybe they changed the mechanic even.
No, I think I'm just too good at it. I played Bayonetta
Yeah.
like a lot.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay.
You know, like the mini game in Mario Party that's like to press the button as much as you can. Like I beat Another friend of mine, Rydarius, he is another person that people are just like, oh, don't play a mashing minigame against Ryder, he'll beat you. Like, I played against Ryder and beat him.
Yeah.
So, like, even he was just like, what? This never happens.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it is really hard to do. Hi, Pan, how you doing?
Activate all 4 totem pole before time runs out. Go!
Oh, okay. Oh, you could have jumped, Fox, for
racing?
fuck's sake.
Are you racing against Timbo, or is he not coming?
No, that's it. That's the only interaction you have with Musclefoot.
Bullshit.
I know.
Musclefoot.
Musclefoot.
Muscle torso, muscle pec.
Okay.
Swell the saw.
It probably would help if I had known where all of these were beforehand, because I don't fucking remember. There's also like red dots on the minimap, but they convey nothing to me. Like...
Oh, Rick, don't get me wrong. I would definitely take his hand in marriage. I don't feel like he would be the best conversational partner, whereas I feel like the Regal Dino would be like this whinging, bickering.
Yeah.
He'd be a lot more fun to... I'd keep them both around. Definitely.
I don't fucking remember where he's going. Oh, I think
Yeah.
the other one was in that thing that I burned down.
He's got Kronk energy, but I wish he talked more. I think Kronk is one of my favorite, probably my absolute favorite himbo character.
Yeah.
What a gem.
How goes adventuring? It's going well. We're doing the Lightfoot trials. What the? Oh, I just saw his shadow for a sec. Wait, where am I? Is there not a
Oh, no,
thing
you
around
cooked.
here? I don't know where I'm going. I think I'm probably gonna fail this.
I have been backseating hard. What are you seeking?
I'll have to get all of these totem poles.
Oh, I see.
And
they're
I've
marked
done
with little
3.
red dots.
Well, this one will be the 3rd one. So I need to
Yeah,
find one
nice.
more in 35 seconds.
It looks like they're marked with little red dots
Yeah.
on the map.
That's the one I saw, that one over there, but I guess that
Yeah.
wasn't the way to it. How the fuck do I get to it? Is there like... Oh, the water's pushing me away! Fuck off! Oh, climb a fucking ladder. Damn it.
Oh,
Okay.
I see.
At least I know.
Oh, well, at least you know. Yeah. Oh, you gotta come back hanging your head in shame.
Failed the test.
He laughs. There's no negative repercussion.
Would you like to try again?
Would you like to immediately try again?
Before time runs
There's no cost.
go.
Man, I bet this place is stinky.
I wonder what happens if you lose. I'm gonna see what happens if you lose against Musclefoot.
He gives you a hug. Makes you feel better.
Okay, that one's done. Go for the... that one over here first.
What was that stinky lamppost back there?
I don't know. I think it's supposed to be moths, not like flies.
Yeah.
I don't know why the water pushes me this way. Like I can't go in a straight line.
Is it like
I don't know if it's an invisible
Yeah.
wall or if it's meant to just be the water current. And this fucker, he just comes in to just be like,
Yeah, he looks shit. I hate the way he appears to be just hovering. He appears to be anchored to you as an object.
yeah.
So as you move around, he just moves exactly where you're moving. Oh yeah. I never doubted you, Starfox. Not for a second.
Well done.
Oh, you laugh either way.
You have completed the tracking test. Very good.
He's just a very happy character.
It's like Gruntilda. That's the Gruntilda voice.
Yeah.
Well done, Fox. You are now honorary member
Yeah.
of tribe.
Okay, Tricky, calm down. Let's see what happens with Musalfoot.
Can Musclefoot come with me? I'm scared. Zafil wants you to feed Tricky.
Oh, I don't have enough magic. But... Gruntilda's the same voice actor? I thought so. I heard that guy's laugh and I was like, that's literally Grunty's laugh. Let me know, by the way, when you need to, like, head off, because time difference and stuff.
Oh yeah. About 15 minutes or so
Okay.
would be ideal. 15 to 20.
How the fuck do I get in there? What the fuck? That's not important. I just
Cool,
need
there's a night.
magic.
Night and day.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it's 9 o'clock, not 9:30. I got that wrong. Maybe it needs to be fairly soon, like
Yeah.
the next 5 minutes or so, if that's cool.
Yeah, no worries. Let's.
I'm not sure if there's a.
I think they might be inside of that cave. Yes. So let's just lose against Musclefoot for a moment.
Hell yeah. Lose against that boy any day of the week.
Let's see how strong you are.
He does look him up and down, and then grin.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Pathetic.
Interesting. But you're part of the tribe and he just called you pathetic.
So if I remember correctly, oh fuck, this place actually might. Yeah, okay. There's like a whole thing here. Do we go to do this now? Because it opens the door to go here. But I don't know. Basically, there's a Krazoa shrine somewhere down here. But I don't know if it's. How do you, can you not do this yet?
Do you not jump on those?
No, I'm pretty sure you just have to like you have to spin it around to like match the thing.
Oh.
But if I can't move it, let me see what.
Hi, Fox. It's Slippy. Seems like you need some help.
You must first reveal the snake that hides in the mound. After this, don't forget to enter the shrine.
Come back when you need me.
Yeah, so we do need to be here, and that's the snake that I was talking about. He was talking about. But yeah, anyway, we'll do this next time.
Cool.
Oh, whoa! Why did it change to? Oh, because
Interesting.
I accidentally loaded a save state. It's fine.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Then we are good for now.
Yeah.
Let me put some music on, and we'll just say good night to everyone. Or good morning to everyone.
Mm.
I got the hiccups.
I'm getting so much enjoyment out of this. How are you feeling about this playing
good.
feat now? Like,
I'm still enjoying it. Like, I think I may have changed my mind on whether or not I speedrun it, but I'm still enjoying going through it. It's been very nice so far.
I'm loving the heck out of it. It's yeah. I really want to see this guy in an RPG, but I do love it.
Yeah. And now you want to see Musclefoot in an RPG.
Yes, of course. That's who I was referring to.
Yeah.
He should be the protagonist. Starfox to show up halfway through for a few minutes.
My friend Grizz, who has not streamed in ages, is streaming Oblivion Remastered, and if there is anyone that I feel we should watch play that game, it's definitely Grizz.
I didn't know it was out. That's awesome.
Yeah. So we'll go say hello to Grizz. We'll be back again same time next week with this.
Yes, please.
Thank you, Vurt, for joining me again. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. And thanks for hanging out, guys.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Guys and girls and everybody. Yeah.
I think that's about it. I hope you all have a lovely day. Stay safe and all that jazz. Yeah. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.